wonderful people. I greet each every one of you this afternoon, this night, depending wherever you are. My name is Mazi Antinkendelemi Manu, a bona fide active member of IPUB and a financial active member as well. Before we begin this program, I always encourage our brothers and sisters who is a bona fide active member to always pay your dues, always pay your monthly dues, always pay your free will donation, because through that we can be able to move this great nation ahead. Because as we all know, who are fighting us, the enemy that we have, they are so many. Only we, the indigenous people of Biafra, be able to stand them and be able to fight them. If you can check from the 2012, 2013 till 2021, which is 9 years now that the IPUB began her work, we've been able to match them head to head. Instead that they tag us as a terrorist group, but we've been able to overcome and be able to stand at this war. Today, we have been able to carry arms, and there is nobody, any leaders of the war who has come out to condemn what we are doing, because we always give them the information on what is going on, even though they pretend that's not happening, or even they pretend that they need, but we know that they are saying it because they have representative in Nigeria, which is the diplomatic members. That is where you see that whatever that happened in the damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria, you can never hear them talk about it, but we take it upon ourselves to make sure that we bring this to the world so that they can be able to understand, because freedom is not given freely. We have to take it. This is the reason why we do what we do, and we take it upon ourselves to make sure that this social media, we use it perfectly. Our leader used to say that we don't know how to use social media, but we are trying our best to make sure that we do so. Welcome you to this program today, the 20th of January 2020, and I would like you to share this program, welcome other people, so that we can be able to move this program ahead. The program that we're about to do this morning, this afternoon, or this night, depending wherever you are, it says a throwback in Akwa Ibom. Sometimes we need to visit the past. Visiting the past does not mean that we are talkative. You know what I'm saying now? But visiting the past is trying to revisit so that the people who do not buy by the ideology that what we are doing, or people who have forgotten, can be able to connect and remain focused. More especially those people that call themselves saboteurs. We want some of them who might take the ideology or argument, try come back. When everybody, because and we don't expect all the saboteurs to turn back their ways, but we are talking about the ones that have conscience, the ones that feel that the reason why they have to fight for damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria or restructuring is that there will be hope. So we are trying to let them know there is no hope in damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria. I still remember as innocent in Kendlemi Manuel, a bona fide and the financial update active member as well. I encourage each and every one of you, like I said, without our contribution, without our daily contribution, monthly contribution, free will donation, there is no way we can be able to match these people head to head. And before we begin, I would like to hand this program on to Chuka Biama, like our leader used to do it, so that we can be able to anchor this program. And I am going to pray in the language of heaven, like our leader used to say. pụrụ m ihe niile mama masị amara atụ nwanne otu onye anyị bụ ụmụ gị agbakọ n'efifi anụnwa n'ụtụtụ anụnwa maọbụ n'abalị anụnwa wee na-asị gị ka ị bịa ka ị nọnyere anyị n'ihe nke anụnwa ka anyị chi ime taata. Anyị mara na enwere ụfọdụ ndị na-amatabeghị maọbụ na ha amatago mana echebe fa na-achọ na Naịjirịa na ha ya, mana anyị chọ ka anyị wolu ohere a wee metụ ha aka n'obi, maka na mgbe ị metụrụ aka n'obi ka fa wee fụ the reason why ha nwere onwe ha ga-echi ya n'ife nke fa na-achọ wee bịa n'ife nke anyị nwere onwe anyị na-eme gịnị na-achọ ka anyị kọwara fa ihe ndị anụnwa ka anyị na-ayọ. Anyị na-ewetakwa IPOB worldwide, maka without IPOB onwere ka anyị ga-esi wee guzo, onwere ka anyị ga-esi wee megide ndị anụ fa up until this moment. Ọ si n'ike nke aka gị tisi anyị mana ife nwa anyị ka anyị gozie anyị, ife nweta anyị na-arụ ọrụ, ife ọbụla nke anyị na-eme wee na support the indigenous people of the Biafra movement ka anyị na-asị Chineke nna ka ichekwaba anyị nche n'ofu n'ofu, maka na ndị anyị na-anụsa agha na ha kara nkụ, ndị anyị na-anụsa agha na ha kara nkụ. Ọ bụ na echeke na Nigeria taa anyị nwere more than 47 ambassadors, foreign ambassadors, mana onwere onye nwere ike ime gị n'ipe ọnụ kwuo si na ife Nigeria na-eme ọsọsọ anyị nwa. Anyị na-asị ka ị nọnyere ya nekwa ndị nọkwa nọ mkpọrọ ife fame ndị aka fada ọcha nọ because na ha na-protest, wee na-akọwara na ọnọdụ nke ha nọ maọbụ ọnọdụ nke ụmụ nọ maọbụ ọnọdụ nne fa na nna fa nọ na fa chọrọ ya, na ha chọrọ mgbanwe. Nigeria gọọmenti wee jide anyị wee na-egbu, Nigeria gọọmenti wee jide anyị wee na-akpọchi anyị n'ụlọ mkpọrọ ka ha wee mechie ọnụ. Mana ọ bụ na ha jee na other countries eje ebe a gota ụlọ, fa jee na other countries feje nwa na-eme ndụ na-ebi ndụ. Anyị kwuzie na anyị nwere onwe anyị bụ the promises bụ na ihe anụnwa na-eme anyị affect na anyị chọọ mgbanwe, anyị pụtazie n'ụzọ ka anyị mezie protest garịa ngagharị iwe ejide anyị na-egbusisi. Papa nke pụrụ m ihe nke nọnyere fa nekwa ndị iro niile dịka Dave Umahi, ndị dịka Nyesom Nwike, Governor of Anambra State and the rest of them, bido na council, local government wee ruo na senator. Anyị na-asị ha ncha niile ife ọbụla bụ nke ha na-eche gbasara IPOB and Biafra restoration ka ha were isi wee zelana. Anyị na-asị ka ha chere maka na ha ma ya eme. Anyị tinyere fa n'ọnọdụ ahụ ebe ahụ fa nọ ka ha wee nne ha wee chekwaba anyị, ka fa wee kwute ọnụ nke anyị, ka fa wee kwuo ife ọbụla na-eme maọbụ oke ọbụla na-eketa, ka anyị nwa na onwe anyị wee nweta nke anyị, ka obodo anyị ka ọ dị. Mana fa rapụzi ife nke anyị ga na-emezi ife ọzọ. Anyị na-asị ka fa woli isi wee zelana n'aha Chukwu ka bịa. Anyị na-asị ka ha woli isi wee zelana n'aha Chukwu ka bịa. Nekwa ndị ọbụla ga-anụ ozi anụnwa, ọ bụ mmadụ na-abụ na ịtọ bụ ndị na-ekwetara n'ife nke a mere nke a na-eme wee gechi okwu anụnwa. Papa nke nke ịgbawa ha, anyị na-asị ka ha ntị nne ka ha chegharịa, mana ndị bụ ndị ha nwere conscience, anyị na-asị ka ha gbagharịa. Papa nke pụrụ n'ime Eastern Security Network ka anyị na-ara gị n'aka, nekwa our scientist, maka ịgwara wee sị that na ife nke ọbụla anyị ga-eme ka anyị wee nweta ihe anụnwa anyị na-achọ na anyị ga-eji produce onye na ife nke anyị melu before, mistake nke anyị melu before ndị ọcha nọ fa wee wụọ anyị n'ala. Scientist ara gị n'aka tinyekwuo ofe ọgụgụ isi ka imepekwuo ofe ọbụla, tinyekwa ofe ọgụgụ isi n'elu ọgụgụ isi ka fa ga-eji wee wepụta wee lụpụta ngwa ọgụ nke anyị ga-eji wee nụ ọgụ anụ wee mmeri. Ikwere anyị nkwa na ọgụ anụ onwe gị bụ onye ga-anụrụ anyị ọgụ anụnwa, mana ife nke fọdụ n'ebe nke fa na anyị nwe ga-eji aka kpochapụ ya, mana anyị need the help ndị our scientist. Papa nke nugwu ihe anụnwa ka anyị na-ayọ, ma kweta na ikpete maazị na ị ga-eme ka Biafra na ọ ga-abịa. You see, I welcome each and every one of you who might have time join me this afternoon, this morning, or this night, depending wherever you are, so that we can be able to revisit what transpired in 2019 general election. And we know in Nigeria, the general election and the Akwa Ibom election always took time. So this is a thing that is always happening in Damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria. A lot of people kept a deaf ear, don't want to listen. Some people are full of ignorance that they thought that there would be hope in Nigeria. But we are here to tell them that there is no hope in Nigeria. That is why sometimes we need to revisit past. We revisit the past, we can be able to make the present a better place. We know we lost the 1967-1970 Biafra War, and that is the same reason why that today we are doing everything possible to make sure that we did not repeat that same mistake again. A throwback in Akwa Ibom, as I said, we always try to bring the past to remind some of those saboteurs and Efulefu governors, both in the zoo in Nigeria and abroad, because we have them in the zoo, we also have them in abroad. Both home and abroad. There are people who, by the special grace of God, they find themselves in abroad, but they do not know the reason why they find themselves. Instead of these people to use that ability, that blessing that God gave them, to use it for a purpose, for a positive outcome of the restoration of Biafra, they are using it to sabotage. They are using it to work hand with the people living in Damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria. That's why we do keep records sometimes. And keeping records sometimes is trying to remind those people of conscience, so that they can come back and find it to reason with us, and to know that there is no need for to fight for Nigeria or fight for one Nigeria, rather to destroy Nigeria. Because within Nigeria, we all be where we are today. Without destroying Nigeria, we will all be where we are. Our children to come will still be doing what we are. Without destroying Nigeria, our children will still be where we are today. That is why we do keep records. And this record is happened in Akwa Ibom. It's about what happened in Akwa Ibom. The evil that Nigerian government have been doing. Some of these ones that the ones that we can be able to see. There are a lot of things that is happening behind the scene. Behind the scene, we cannot be able to talk. We cannot be able to speak about it because we do not see what is going on or what we're doing. But this one that we've been able to see is just a tease of iceberg. Just a tease of iceberg. Akwa Ibom State government saw a trace of what they called IPOB and blasphemy in Akwa Ibom in 2019. What they call blasphemy, we call it hate speech. They saw it in 2019, and I want to throw light on the based on that, because we can't just be keeping quiet. A lot of people wasting time on social media, gossiping and talking about the irrelevant things that doesn't matter, forgetting the fact that there is a fight again. There is a fight ahead of us, and we have not gotten the Biafra yet. People who are with us, they are working day and night to make sure that they bring us down. The British government are doing everything humanly possible to make sure that they bring us down. Some of our brothers and sisters, they forgot what they are supposed to do and are doing other things. And we're here to remind them. We are here to remind them. Fulani terrorists with fake army uniform and 18 pieces of AK-47 in Akwa Ibom. In Akwa Ibom, Fulani terrorists with 18 AK-47 ammunition in Akwa Ibom. In Akwa Ibom, they were caught, they were arrested, but unfortunately for them, that thing they call hate speech from IPOB, that thing they call thing they call blasphemy, the spirit that we have been speaking, and they call it they call us miscreants, they call us all sorts of manner of names. Akwa Ibom in 2019 be able to do what? To saw it on their own eyes. But some of them have quickly forgotten. As they were arrested, PRA of police in Akwa Ibom, through the order of the Akwa Ibom Commissioner of Police, were asked that those people should let go. I'm going to play the video, but I cannot be able to show you the video. But you will pay very, very attentive attention so that you can be able to listen from the governor of Akwa Ibom himself, so that the people who are fighting for one Nigeria should be able to understand when a crime is committed by a Biafra, when a crime is committed by an Igbo man, despite how little, how irrelevant it is, the Nigerian government will make sure that they bring in war for them to. I repeat, when a Biafran committed a crime, when a Biafran committed a crime, no matter how little that crime is, no matter how little that crime is, Nigerian government, through the channel television and all social media Nigeria have, they will make it to be a big deal. And this is why we're trying to let you understand, most of those people who are fighting for one Nigeria, for them to understand that there is nothing like one Nigeria. Moment we all start to work together to support Eastern Security Network, the better for all of us. But when a Fulani man committed that same crime, even more than that, you will not see their faces on the social media, neither you hear the media platform to report about it, nor talk about it. Even if you saw journalists trying to acquire or trying to understand or to investigate in that matter, the commissioner of police will ask that same journalist not to dabble into that matter. That it is a private investigation or whatever. They will just get one stupid excuse to quote it in order not to reveal the identity of those people. The same thing happened in Oduduwa land when they caught the Fulani people that killed a monk in Yoruba. He refused to file, or he refused to reveal the identity of those terrorists. But when he committed that same crime, or even more than, the whole world will hear about it. The whole world will hear about it. Commissioner of Police asked that those people should be released. The people that were called 18 AK-47 Fulani terrorists. And the governor of Akwa Ibom, he came online and he was lamenting. So there's no hope in Nigeria. And the moment both saboteurs in home and abroad get into that, they will understand. These people are fighting for them to Islamize everybody. The moment that they Islamize everybody, at that time, they will make their Nigeria a better place. I repeat, they are fighting to make Islamize everybody. The moment they achieve that, you will see them, they will boom the economy of that Musological Republic of Nigeria. But it's impossible. We cannot allow that to happen. And that is why we are doing everything humanly possible to let the world know that there is no hope for Nigeria, even though they know. Even though they don't want us to go, because what they are benefiting in damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria, able to lose that. Even the 18 AK-7, 18 pieces of AK-47 that were recovered from these terrorists. From these terrorists, the Commissioner of Police Akwa Ibom asked that the Fulani that they should take that 18 AK-47 and go. And you say we are in one Nigeria. Say that we are one Nigeria. We are live and direct. We are live and direct on many platforms, YouTube. We're live and direct in Twitter. We're live and direct in so many platforms of Facebook. So that the number of people who can be able to get this message can be able to share it, so that these people, both home and abroad, can be able to listen our message and see that what we are fighting is for the betterment of everybody. Is for the betterment of everybody. Now the funny part is this: the oil that comes from Biafra land, the oil that comes from land, they use that money to maintain Nigeria. They use that money to acquire weapons, acquire ammunition. At the same time, they use the same ammunition to intimidate Biafrans in Biafra land. That's what I'm saying now. If you go to police, if you go to any security agency in Biafra land, it's all headed by a Fulani man. It's all headed by a Fulani man. So I'm going to play it so that you can listen to this video, be able to, some of you know the video I'm talking about, but I'm going to play it anyway so that we can be able to refresh back and understand what we are trying to do here. We're not against anybody. We are not anybody. But what we are doing is so that even a common Fulani boy can be free. A Fulani boy can be free.
We've seen a trace of it today, because some people were arrested with fake army. They came with 18 AK and they were arrested. Unfortunately, I'm still right now, and those who were arrested, the person, not the order of the Commissioner of Police, were asking that those people should all be let go. Fortunately, some of the guys were able to capture things with their phones.
Unfortunately, some people are smart enough to capture the event. But what about one that we cannot see? What about the massacre? Over 1,000 Biafrans that were massacred, you know. Over 1,000 Biafrans that were massacred in Obibo. Did any of us saw what happened? No. We could able to see some videos that people on their homes able to capture, and we saw what happened. We did not see the clear picture. Over 1,000. Over 1,000. Imagine what is going on in damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria. That is why we're making sure that this social media, that we use it very, very well. in order to do what? To get what we want. Some of the guys we've been able to do what? To capture. Without capturing it, there is no way that he can be able to make his story. Now listen.
So we have pictures. The fake army uniforms people were wearing to play for the whole world to see.
Assuming that he's an Biafra man or an Igbo man who committed this crime with a fake uniform, the faces will all over the world. The faces will always be all over the world.
The 18 AK-47 recovered by the police. Police have allowed them to take them over.
The 18 AK-47 were recovered by these terrorists. They were sent in Akwa Ibom to disrupt the election in 2019 so that the Akwa Ibom nation cannot be held when the federal government, presidential election is held at the same day. You know what I'm saying now? But all of them have forgotten. All of them have forgotten. And we're trying to remind some of them that there is nothing like one Nigeria. There is nothing like one Nigeria.
This is the same also that was pronounced. The IT of police, we've reported this thing to the highest order. We've reported this to the presidency, to all the arms of the security agencies. And nobody has taken steps to address it. Leaving Akwa people to defend themselves. Meanwhile, they are using our own oil money to maintain security. Just recently, the SS crude account that was kept for our own people had been used to acquire military weapons. We didn't know those weapons were used to come and intimidate our Akwa people. So we've called on all the powers that be. We've called on the international community. That is a war that has been declared. I've never heard where Nigerian police is a partisanship. This is the first time where the entire police structure is belonging to a particular political party. But since we don't have the police, we don't have anything except God that we have and our people. We want to let the whole world know that whatever happens in this state is caused by the police, not any other arm of the agency, but the police force. With the people that the court has actually declared.
This is a politics. He has now begun to play politics. He have just said that. I don't want to dabble into that, but I just want to throw a little bit enlighten on that or analysis. He just said that he had reported to all the arms, the presidency, all. Nobody did anything. But why will he say that? Whatever that happened in Akwa Ibom, it's on police. You see, this is politics. This is why we say that these people, the governors, they are only representing themselves. They are only representing themselves. It's only IPOB are the ones are truly representing the people. And everybody is against IPOB. Everybody is against IPOB because they know what IPOB represents. Let's continue.
As illegal occupants of places. And today he led them into the place with talks. And we're calling on all that let the police force be called to order. To go and defend Nigerian territories where they were meant to maintain peace and order, internal peace and order, cause chaos in someone's state. And if they are playing politics this way, there's no hope for democracy in this country. And this is in line with the plan. We have their script. That number one, they want to cause mayhem in the state so that election will not be held the same day general election. But we are trying to tell them if election is not held on that week, we can hold election on the same day. They should forget election here. Either you hold election the same day, everybody is forget about elections here. Elections must be the same day. That is what they are trying to perpetrate here now. And you see, they've injured a lot of our people, they've destroyed people's houses, and police are supervising them to this. Which country has this ever happened? And we've reported this century now. I've called the IG police operations to call this into order. He promised me to call this to order. Nothing has been done. We've tried to reach IG of police this morning. He has rebuffed. Why should this happen in a country that has constitution, there's law, and everybody here is a citizen? Nobody was brought into Nigeria. Nobody here is an alien. So we are warning the whole country now that Akwa Ibom State is under siege by the police, not by any other person. Because we have all our people here. And we are very peace-loving people. But our peace is being threatened by the police force. Let the commissioner that they just posted last weekend, who is coming to perpetrate this, let's assume he has finished his course. He has achieved his own mission. I want to call on the police this evening. The police commissioner of this state must be withdrawn. He has to leave this evening. He must be withdrawn. The head of the parish must be withdrawn. So that we can. And let them also sound a note of warning that those who have done the state, they should stay in Abuja. We have a population of 6 million people. We will not take this as a people. We gave you opportunity to govern. You're calling people, you take your children and calling on war. Children you want to kill. In which state? We stand for peace, and we shall ever remain peace and law-abiding citizens of this country. We believe the Constitution will take its course. And we're also calling on the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Please, we are all citizens of this country. And that the President should take necessary action to forestall this, because we see this sign. And we have actually been sounding this warning. We've noted this everywhere, but it seems to be ignored. Today it has played out. I want to believe my people will be protected by the Constitution and the law of this country. And we also want to believe that the President will do everything humanly possible to save lives and property here. And call those who were calling for war, so that this is war, so that we see war. Let them report to Abuja, go and fight war, or they should be sent to where Boko Haram are fighting. Let them go and protect Boko Haram. Akwa Ibom is not Warsaw. Whoever is calling for this, let him go there and fight. There is Boko Haram threatening this country. So if you go there and do it, we say no to this integration by the police. We say no to this thing by the police. You'll be supported by foreign missions, you'll be supported by our Nigerians, you'll be supported by all our country. And who remain law-abiding in this country. God bless Nigeria. God bless Akwa.
God can never bless Nigeria, but God will bless Biafra. Did you hear that? This is a throwback. What happened in Akwa Ibom? In Akwa Ibom, you are welcome to call. The line is on the screen, but only signal. Only signal. God will always bless Biafra, but God can never bless Nigeria. God can never bless Nigeria, because Nigeria is a curse. Nigeria is nothing but a curse. People were arrested. Fulani terrorists were arrested with 18 AK-47. 18 AK-47. But unfortunately, they were all released. Why? 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 And you say we're in one Nigeria. You say that we are in one Nigeria. And people are lamenting, people are fighting IPOB. People are fighting Eastern Security Network. People are fighting Eastern Security Network. Why? Why? I ask. Why? I ask. Why? I ask. You are free to call in the line and give your contribution if you have a signal already installed, because on the 10th of this January that our leader had a program, he said that everybody should make sure that we install signal, because in 4 days from that day that he has his message last, that he's going to move away from WhatsApp. So you are welcome to call in and talk to our people. We know the reason why we lost the Biafra war. We know the reason why we lost Biafra war. And that's a mistake. It's not a mistake that we are about to do or to repeat again. We know, I repeat, we know the reason why we lost Biafra war. And that's a mistake. We are not going to repeat it again. Like our leader said, that God in heaven know that this law, we are not to lose it. That the Nigerian army are going to die in our land. They are going to die in our land because trying or coming to invade us, coming to destroy us as a people. First of all, God will destroy them in their homes. God will destroy them in their homes. Their homes will be occupied, but whatever that left of them, we will finish them. And this is where our Eastern security scientists have to come in, because God is giving them a magnificent wisdom, not to provide that going to use to finish the remaining of the Nigerian army. Yes, I'm saying now, God is going to give them more wisdom to produce what we are going to use to fight them or to finish what is left for them. So I am saying that if you are not in support of Eastern Security Network, if you are not your monthly dues, if you are not paying your free will donation, you must do so. It is your right, it is your obligation, it is a must. Because if you don't do that, your name will be lost. Your name will be lost and lost forever. If they succeeded in taking over Biafra land, many years ago, we saw a video that's going around, a Fulani man in the United States of America calling on his brothers and sisters in the Islamic to support him, to make sure that they Islamize everybody. And they are going to start in the West Africa, precisely in Nigeria. Where in Nigeria? We know where. He's in Biafra land. And this is exactly what is going on. The lamentation that the governor of Akwa Ibom is lamenting that the terrorists were caught with 18 AK-47. What happened? They were all released through the order of Commissioner of Police. Through the order of Commissioner of Police, all were released and their AK-47 were given back to them. You heard him? He said that he have complained to the arms, all the authorities, presidency, but nobody want to do anything. Nobody want to do anything. They don't want to do anything because they know what they are looking for. What about you? Did you know what you are looking for? Did you know what you are looking for? If you don't support Eastern Security Network, then what are you living for? What are you living for? This is a live presentation today, the 20th of January 2020. I beg your pardon, 2021. And we're here live and direct on so many platforms. We're live and direct in YouTube, different kinds of YouTube. We're live and direct in so many platforms of Facebook page. We're live and direct in Twitter account, so that the people can be able to understand what we are going through, even though they know. And the ones on the screen for you to call in and giving your contribution or call and talk to our people, but only on Signal. I am not in a rush to call, but we have to do everything humanly possible to move away from WhatsApp. We have to do everything possible to make sure that we move away from WhatsApp, so that we can be able to be using Signal until our leader give us an order where, or any of our brother who have produced a platform that we can be able to use as a WhatsApp. Now, another program that I'm going to discuss here, it's about the plans that Westerners, Europeans, the Asians have for Biafrans and the African at large. I repeat, the second program that I'm going to do, or we're going to discuss, It's about the plans that the Westerners or Europeans or Americans or Asians have for we Biafrans or Africa at large. It has a video back. It has a video back. I'm going to listen, but I'm going to analyze it first of all for us to be able to do what? To understand what we are doing. And through this analysis, the professor, he said that it is not as if that there is nothing Africans can do to stop it, but that the Westerners cannot afford to do what? To take that chances. Because the moment Africa rises, America will fall, Europe will fall, China will fall. That sacrificing Africa, that it worth it, according to what they thought. That the way that we are living in poverty, in abject poverty, undeveloped, uneducated, this is exactly the system they created. The education system, the economic, the global institution was designed because of we, so that they can keep us in the way we are. We'll be struggling. That is why you see that when we are up, I used to ask myself the question: we be the most intelligent people in Nigeria, but our body bundenachi. Kedu ka anyị ga-esi ebulu ndị nwa ife karịchasị mana boki bụ ndị na-achị anyị mgbe ahụ amara nke bụ Fulani ife na-akpọfa bụ ndị Hausa ife a na-akpọfa ebe na-akpọfa ife a na-akpọfa data ndị Hausa. This is it. The structure that the Westerners, Europeans, Asians call it. They come, and you have to pay very, very attention. This is about plans that Westerners, Americans, Europeans, Asians country planted against Biafrans and Africa at large. The colonial master had made this plan through the Willie Lynch letter or the Willie Lynch Commission in the year 1712. Through the Willie Lynch Commission, they made it possible so that they can be able to keep us where we are today. And they say that it is not as if that there is nothing we can do. I don't know if I am, but they will never allow it. And that is exactly what we are doing, to make sure that we liberate not just Biafra, but to liberate the whole Africa. And we are not going to stop until Africa is. So even though Biafra is restored today as we're speaking, we are not going to give up. I repeat, even though that Biafra is restored today, we are not going to give up. If most of you have been following Mazen Nandekano on his program, he said that everybody must be free. That there's no way that when we are living in golden spoon, but our neighbors are living in abject poverty, that is going to be a big. It's a system that was organized. It was organized that the people will be struggling. I now struggle, now struggle, now struggle, now struggle, up until this moment. And this is the reason why Facebook is fighting us. This is the reason why Twitter is fighting us. This is the reason why YouTube is fighting us. This is the reason why any social media platform in the world is fighting us. This is the reason why CNN is against us. Al Jazeera is against us. And even the colonial masters, they planted against Africans countries that we must remain poor and they must conquer and enslave us forever and ever, both political and otherwise. Mazen Nande have teach these things in different ways, in different analysis, in different understanding, so that we can be enslaved in abject poverty, own benefit, for their own benefit. So most of us who find ourselves, who struggle to move away from contraption called Nigeria, see light. What are we doing? Most of us are working in hand with the people in damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria to stop what we're doing. But once you come out, you've seen the light. What else do you have to do? You have to help the ones at home. The ones at home are the ones who are doing the protest. They are the ones who volunteer themselves, because we gave them the directive. We gave them the directive. And that is why you see some people who will fall by the wayside. They have seen the light, but because of envy and jealousy, ekele ọlụ eke nke enye gị elụa, ekele ọlụ eke nke enyelu gị elụa. You must not be what you think of yourself or whatever you think, or it is lesser mmadụ anya ukwu. Ekele ọlụ eke, and you have seen the light. Your obligation is to make sure that you educate the people back home for them to understand, not to work with them, because they have not seen the light. They have not understand what's going on. They have not understand what is going on. This is a live from today, the 28th of January 2001, and I still remember Mazi Innocent and Kendall Emmanuel, a bona fide active member of POB here in Hamburg Unit. And we're here to preach the gospel so that the people who are languishing out of ignorance can be able to turn back and understand the benefit of what we are doing. All the economic structure, all the global institution, and the economy that they teach us in schools are designed to keep African, to keep Biafra where we are today. Whether it is USA, whether it is Europe, or even now China. Because they know what they plan. That it's all the same. Even if it's USA, Europe, or even now China, it's all the same. Biafra and Africa at large to be in abject poverty, and they will do everything humanly possible to maintain. And with the Willie Lynch letter, or the Willie Lynch Commission, which took place in the bank of the James River, Virginia, the year 23 December 1712, it was made possible for them. You have not read that? It is free. You can go and check it out in the internet. The Willie Lynch letter. Just in the Willie Lynch letter, you will see how your life has been structured. It was used during the slavery time in order to control us. It was used in slavery modern time to use it to control, thinking that we are free, but we are languishing in the mental, which is what is going on today. Because they need our material resources and they need it at a very cheap. They needed it at very, very cheap rate. How would you explain a crude oil will be exported out of Nigeria, and then only one out of about 6 or 4 items that you get in that same oil return back to damn Zoological Republic of Nigeria? How do you explain that? So they need us, they need our material, they need our natural resources for free, for goddamn free. This is what the Europeans, what this is what the America, the USA, this is what the China are doing right now. And some people are busy talking rubbish instead of you using the wisdom, the ability, the light that you have seen to educate people back home. You are working hand in hand with them. With the Village letter in the year 23 December 1712, it was made possible for them because they need our raw material and did it at a very rate cheap. But we, the indigenous people of Biafra, have come to change all that. We have come to change all that. That is why I say that even if Biafra is restored today, we are not going to give up. We are not going to give up. It's impossible. We are not going to give up until everybody is free. A lot of people have tried in the past, but they failed. But because Chukwokika make us possible to be here, we've been able to be even up until this moment. That's why we say that we know what the reason why we lost the war in 1967, 1970. We know the reason why. But this time is impossible. That is, we're doing everything possible to bring our brothers and sisters through the Eastern Security Network. Through the Eastern Security Network, we've been able to accomplish that. Then what we are asking you is that to support. If you find your brothers or sisters in a year that you need to help your brother, you must do that. Because once you've been able to help your brother who is an IPOB or who believe in the ideology of Biafra, he can be able to do what? To be helping the financial situation that we need. Ọ bụ na onwe ụmụnye north side anụnwa nọ Europe anụnwa but na ha nidile enyemaka, you must, you get help ya, ị ga-enyeri ya aka ka ọnọdụ adị, maka ọnọdụ adị ma onwe ike na-atụ ụtụ nke aka free with the nation ọtụa nke aka free with the nation. Okay, some of us were so dumb when we are back in damn neighborhood Republic of Nigeria, including myself. Look at it. Now I'm going to play the video for you to hear from one of the professors. Then you will understand what I'm talking about. You will understand what I'm talking about. You will understand what I am talking about. This is a live presentation and the number is on the screen for you to call and to talk to our people. It's on the screen, but only signal, please. Only signal. Only signal.
escape that. Okay, we do everything.
Let me begin from the beginning.
We will not allow sub-Saharan Africa to escape that. Okay, we do everything to keep sub-Saharan Africa where it is, also impoverished. It's absolutely vital for the prosperity of everyone else. So let's get clear about that. Okay, and this means all the economic structures, all the global institutions, and the economics we teach everyone is all designed to keep Africa exactly where it is. And whether it is Europe or US or now, it's always the same. Africa to be impoverished because we need those raw materials and we need them cheap. Okay, so that's the message.
They need our raw material. They need a very, very rich cheap. They need Africa to be where it is today. They need our raw material and they need it at the very rate cheap.
Designed to keep Africa exactly where it is. And whether it is Europe or US or now China,
whether it is Europe, USA or China, it's all the same.
It's always the same. We need Africa to be impoverished because we need those raw materials and we need them cheap. Okay, so that's the message. It doesn't mean to say that there's no Africans can do.
Did you hear that? It doesn't mean to say that there is nothing Africans can do about it. It doesn't mean to say that there is nothing Africans can do about it. Let me take it back a little bit.
China, it's always the same. We need Africa to be impoverished because we need those raw materials and we need them cheap. Okay, so that's the message.
That's the message.
You need to say Africans can do. Of course there is. Okay, but this is the opposition that they're fighting. This is what it's about. Because it does do something different, I assure you, living standards of all Europe and North America and Asia is going to fall. Okay? And
if we do something different, the living standard of the people living in North America, Europe, Asia, will fall. Will fall.
what it's about. Because if Africa does do something different, I assure you, living standards of all those in Europe and North America and Asia is going to fall. Okay? And that is a big price to pay. I assure you that the West is not going to allow that without a big fine. Okay, so this is what it's fundamentally about. What I want to show you is how these structures are operating. It's just 20 minutes, so we can't do very much, but just to give you a little bit of an idea. And why I keep the ideology part there is because we are part of the producers of ideology. At universities and academic institutions, we are...
At university, academic institution, they are the part of the people who create the ideology. They are the people who tell you that it is a problem that you are poor. They are the people who tell you in a global institution, when you fly abroad to study, that you are the reason why you are poor. You have something about it. You know what I'm saying now? You have to do something about it. But they know. And that is why that we are using indigenous people of Biafra under the anchor of Chukwokika to bring down these monsters.
Complicit in this whole enterprise. Okay, so the job of many Western academics is to convince Africans they have to keep doing what they're doing. Okay, and to show them it's your fault that you're poor. It's not our fault. It's your fault that you're poor. You know, so this is what we do in academic institutions, and I want to show that as well. We just start. This is what it's basically about, so you know what it's about. I want to just show you the extent to which Africa is specializing
Now, the funny part about it is this: growing of economy doesn't base on the resources that you have, but it based on the productive that your country is. How many factories do we have, or how many industry do we have in damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria? None. Even the one that we have, they were closed. They bribed the government of the day to close those companies. They offered a huge amount of money to close those companies. It is not about the resources that you have, but what have you been able to do what to produce. Now listen, so they need our raw material in order to keep on expanding, producing, doing whatever they can at a very cheap rate. Now listen.
In the production of raw materials and basic agricultural goods. We know the basic forces that have caused this underdevelopment. We know it's colonization. I will not discuss that very much because my colleague speaker is going into some aspects of this. But I do want to discuss the global economic structures, the global financial institutions, and economic ideology, briefly, to give you a flavor of those. Let me start with this. You can't really see it so easily, but if those of you who are interested, you want the PowerPoint, I'm sure we can make it available to you. But the thing that you really need to see, the top line. Okay, and the extent of dependency is captured by this statistic at the top. Okay, and you compare it all other income groups, and what you see is essentially that one statistic, how sub-Saharan Africa on raw material production. Okay? This is the very heart of what makes sub-Saharan Africa beat. Okay? Here, just to have a look at one very important additional statistic, with all this export coming from Africa, how much sub-Saharan Africa account for in terms of global trade value? We know there are vast resources coming from there, but look at the bottom line in terms of global trade value. Look at that. 0.5%, 1975, 0.95%, going down to 0.1. 0.1, meaning that with all these vast resources being produced,
we gain nothing. This is what he's trying to say. Meaning, globally, we gain nothing.
How much are they getting for it? Nothing. Nothing. This is a very significant piece of data. Then I just want to show you.
Very significant piece of data. Now we've been able to show you, or you've been able to look to my page, and it's there for you to download it or for you to have a look. We've been talking about this thing for a very long time now, but people, they don't understand. Some people don't even care whether if what they care is next month. Fence actually finish my fence. Oh, what this is what some are thinking.
What has happened to sub-Saharan Africa? Because what we know, and from all studies, no country ever develops without manufacturing.
Without manufacturing, there is no country that ever develops without manufacturing. None.
Okay, producing raw materials will not take you anywhere.
Producing materials will not take you anywhere.
Producing basic agricultural goods will not take you anywhere.
Producing basic agriculture will not take you anywhere. The only thing that will boost your economy is through manufacturing. How many industry do we have in damnable Republic of Nigeria? How many?
And let's have a look at how manufacturing activity takes place in sub-Saharan Africa.
He wants to take a look on how much manufacturing factories take place in Africa. Let's listen.
We can look at the last 15 odd years.
Over the 50 years.
15, 20 years.
50, 20 years.
And we see manufacturing has actually declined.
Declined. Manufacturing in Africa has declined.
As a percentage of the total. This is percentages of total production in sub-Saharan Africa. Total production. How much of it is accounted for by manufacturing? So this figure here is 17% of the total. Most of the risk, when we talk of industry, it includes manufacturing, but the bulk of it is mining, raw material extraction. This is the bulk of it. And here we see actually raw material extraction has stayed the same. What has caused industry to fall is the fall in manufacturing production, because we will never, as West economists, as Western policymakers, we cannot afford to allow Africa to industrialize and start producing manufacturers. Okay, so we will do everything to stop that. And I'm going to show you how we actually block that.
But this is the end of it, because the video is not up to show us how they've been able to block manufacturing. But we know all that already. We know all that already. And that is why we're calling each and every one of you who has not waking up or who are sleeping on your slumber. This one a Biafra thing. On the drum. Which day you go come? You have to wake up. We are not your enemy. You that are listening to me right now, we are not your enemy. Your enemy is the agent in the Zandable Zoological Republic of Nigeria, and also the Westerners, Europe, China. They are the enemy. They are the enemy. Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that whatever that China produce and bring in Africa or in Nigeria, for example, at a very, very cheap rate, but without value? The same quality cannot be produced to ship in Europe or in America. It's impossible. You understand what I'm saying now? So the value of our quality is always at a very cheap rate. So that it will be very, very impossible for us to do what? To go in industrialization. You understand what I'm saying now? But all that have come to change with the indigenous people of Biafra, and here I bring the program at end. I welcome and I thank you, each and every one of you. Most of the people who watch this program in the future, I welcome you and I thank you for being with us. Whatever you do, try to do it in a very positive way and support Eastern Security Network. Make sure you pay your, if you have not been part of IPOB, I encourage each and every one of you to do so. I encourage each of you who is watching me right now, in any platform that you're watching me right now, I encourage you to do so. Help your brother. If there is any brother or if a sister who needs help, try and bring him up so that he can be able or she can be able to take part in what we are doing. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.